I can't wait to see how this one goes down. I'm scared. First of all, yes, I do have a cold. So I've gotten a few comments, and I've heard a bunch of people claiming that Messianic Jews aren't Jews at all. They're Christians pretending to be Jews. Now let's dissect that claim. First of all, what does it mean to be Jewish? Technically, it means that your ancestry goes all the way back to the tribe of Judah, but now we just kind of use it to refer to Israelites. Like modern day Israelites. Just hear me out, please. So it's a race thing. It's possible to be a Jewish Muslim, a Jewish Buddhist, or a Jewish atheist. Would anyone claim that Jerry Seinfeld isn't Jewish? Now, the thing is that Jewishness and Judaism are often associated. Sort of like being Arab and Muslim, or Indian and Hindu, or from Nepal and being Buddhist. But no one's claiming that if an Arab doesn't practice Islam, then he's not Arab. Or if an Indian doesn't observe Hinduism, then he's not Indian. No one's saying that. I don't think so. I haven't heard that. Anyways. Jews that are Messianic are still Jews. You can't stop being Jewish. It's not physically possible. I mean, most mainstream Judaism considers Reform Jews or agnostic Jews to still be Jews, even when they don't even obey any of the Torah. But why not Messianics, who, for the most part, do obey the Torah? I mean, there are a few that, but there's some in every sect of every religion, really. So physically, Messianic Jews are still Jews. But are they also Christians? Can't quite get that eyebrow thing down. Well, what does the word Christian really mean? So it turns out that in the 1st century CE, initial followers of Yeshua were mockingly referred to as Christians, which means Christ follower. And as we all know, the word Christ comes from the Greek Christos. No, let me try that again. Christos. I'm terrible at Greek accents, which is a Greek translation of the Hebrew word Mashiach, and the English translation of that is Messiah. So it literally meant Messiah follower, but mockingly. Like, it was sort of like saying, look, they follow their Messiah, and then someone who like blindly follows this guy. So that phrase was used very disparagingly against the original followers. But over time, the name stuck. Kind of like how Jesus freak was originally very derogatory, and now it's kind of how a lot of teenagers are referring to themselves now. So I guess, yes, in a technical sense, then Messianics are Christian in that they follow Messiah. So why do a lot of Messianics tend to try to disassociate themselves from Christianity? Well, a large part comes from the historical baggage that tags along with that word, especially when you're mentioning it to Jews. Because historically, one of the most ruthless persecutors of the Jews has been Christians. So when you mention you're a Christian to a Jew, it really doesn't produce, warm fuzzies. So to summarize, we are technically Christians, but we definitely do not practice the religion Christianity. Now, granted, there's a sect called Hebrew Roots that I would say much more practices Christianity with just like learning about the holidays and stuff, but it's not really Judaism. But that's separate from Messianic Judaism. And Judaism, the religion at its core, is obeying the Torah. No other religion obeys the Torah. Granted, they can take parts from it, but they don't take the entire package, because that is Judaism. So Jews that obey the Torah and love and worship Hashem, they practice Judaism. You know, I think part of this problem stems from the fact that there's a very wide spectrum of opinions on various matters of halakha, but it's not officially been canonized as mainstream Judaism has. It's kind of a free-for-all, I guess, you'd say. That sounds wrong, but I mean... So if you met both a Reform Jew and a Hasidic Jew and they both said that they practice Judaism, you would be kind of confused about what that meant, what it meant to practice Judaism. Okay, maybe reform is the wrong word. Maybe something more like liberal observance. Back on topic, but that's not all of Messianic Judaism. There are Messianics that follow Chadrei Halacha on pretty much all issues, and then there are Messianics that generally practice conservative Halacha, and I tend to lean a little more to that side. And then there are what did I call liberally observant Messianics. But the problem is that when a non-Messianic comes in contact with a Messianic, the particular Messianic that he happens to meet becomes representative in its mind of all Messianics. That sentence was really hard to say when you can't really make the sound N. Because you're cold. Heal quickly, nose. Again, back to the subject. But the thing is, people have been doing that to all Jews for quite a long time, and it definitely has not been good. Let's just say. So non-Messianics, if you don't want everybody to do that to you, please don't do that to us. Wait. So in conclusion, Messianic Jews are Jews and practice Judaism. Chris out. Like some issues with the elevator, I'll just take the stairs. Just learned how to do that earlier this week. I don't know what purpose it could possibly have, but I'm proud that I can do it, I guess.